Hey everyone, could be a slightly different vibe as I nearly hit into a car. Slightly different vibe today. Why is that? Well, I can't avoid the elephant in the room, which was last week. 4 3/4 pounds I put on. 4 3/4 pounds. And like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. The thing is, you only see like a snippet of me once a week. You don't see what goes in between. I'm just going to turn the air on a little bit, otherwise we're going to steam up in here. You don't see. I mean, if I think about last week, it was a bloody difficult week anyway, because I was having to travel here, there and everywhere for work. What are you doing? And that in itself is difficult because, you know, having to travel a lot, it's enough. Plus I was exercising as well. I was going swimming. In fact, last week I reached, obviously I had my thing where I was able to wear new trunks, smaller trunks, but also, I didn't mention it, but I was able to go for longer than I had done before. So normally I swim for about 30 minutes. I went 50 minutes on one of the days, and you know, I was feeling good. And then it's like, yeah, you've put on 4 3/4 pounds. Now, if I'd have lost 4 3/4 pounds, I'd have been like, wow, that's amazing. That's a huge amount of weight. But no, I put it on. And then I'm like, I don't know how. I don't know how. Especially considering other things, right? And it sounds like I'm just consistently ill and all that, but last weekend, no, 2 weekends ago, Mrs. Chris and I went out for a meal and we ended up getting food poisoning. So actually Monday and Tuesday of this last week, not to put too much detail into it, but I was always on the toilet. I even had to travel to Nottingham for a work meeting whilst suffering from food poisoning, because if I wouldn't have gone, I wouldn't have got paid. So say no more about that. So I certainly wasn't eating anything around that time, and if anything, again, not too much detail, I was kind of empty, shall we say. Yeah, to then to also then me go back and do my exercise and all that, and then to put on 4 3/4 pounds. I think I've just had enough. I've just had enough of everything at the minute. It seemed to be, and ever since I got those palpitations or whatever the hell they were, but definitely since the chest infection, it's just been one thing after the bloody other, and I just haven't been well for about a month. And the chest infection and then definitely the food poison has had a massive effect on my exercise. I've just, you know, getting so out of breath with doing it when literally a week before or 2 weeks before I wasn't. It's really taken it out of me, and yet I'm still doing it. But yeah, it just seems that ever since I got my chest infection, it's just been one bloody thing after the other. My shoulders are back to hurting again, like they were before. But I can't, because this month is just stupid for money. I can't afford to go and see a chiropractor again, so I've just got to get on with it. And last week, when I was doing my round out and about and seeing everyone for work, I was driving somewhere and I'm just going to say it, my right butt cheek really started aching. And then I'm like, what the hell is this? And then later in the evening, the calf in my same leg was just going bloop, like if you've got cramp starting, just sort of like rip me. And it's actually my bloody sciatica, which has only ever mildly affected me. I sort of have a bit numb both on the outsides of both my legs. But no, I now have a completely numb right butt cheek. My leg, my calf feels like constantly like when you've had cramp and it hurts afterwards. So that's killing all the time. My back is aching like hell. My shoulders are hurting like hell again. No bloody money. So I can't go and get the shoulder looked at and everything. I had to go to Nottingham because if I didn't, I wouldn't get paid. So then I don't get money there either. Work has been trying, shall we say, but I daren't go into more information about that, otherwise who knows who's watching. And I've just felt so shit about everything, and it's really, I've taken like a massive hit. Like I've just gone swimming, right? And those new shorts I bought, which were tight because they're 3 sizes smaller, they were even tighter. So now I'm like, oh great, so now what have I put even more weight on? And it's just like, you know, can I just have a break for a second? And I think like the putting the weight on was just like the, oh great, you know, that's just like another thing just to add to the mix. So what have I done? Well, I thought, well, obviously I need to step it up a little bit. So I've now adapted my membership. So, because I just had a swimming membership, I've now got a swimming and a gym membership. Just before I did my swimming, I did my sort of enrollment to it. Now I have been there before. I think I last went a couple of years ago. And they have these like machines where you scan your wristlet onto it, and it knows who you are, it knows your height, weight, and this, that, and the other. But it also had like all my old abilities on there. So it had on there, because you have to do like a strength test, so to see how strong you are now, but it shows you what you were the last time, and I was getting nowhere near what I was last time. And so I just thought, oh, you know, yeah, just anything else. And I'm looking at some of the machines, I'm like, yeah, I used to go on that, can't anymore because of my shoulders, that'll just kill, can't do that, can't do that. And I've just had a fucking enough. I've had an absolute gutful of everything at the minute. I'm just so, well, blue dabba-dee, as they would say. I may not say it, but I really am. I've had a gutful. And I'm trying to cling on to things to try and pick myself back up again. And it's just hard at the minute. I mean, I know I've lost my weight. I've lost less weight now than I had a week ago, but and I try and sort of cling on to that. It's like I was just in the swimming pool, and there was a guy in there who, oh, if I was to make an estimate, 450 pounds, so what, 30 odd stone, I would have thought. And I thought to myself, other than the fact that, you know, good on you for coming in, but I thought, well, I weren't a million of miles away from that, and now I'm a lot further away from that than I was. So, you know, I took a little, excuse me, I took a little bit from that. But I'm just so despondent at the minute. I'm sick of, you know, I was getting so close to like hitting £100 and I've got it in my head that oh yeah, I was going to make a video on like how I've lost 100 pounds, this and the other, and I'm kind of sort of stuck to and froing in this little bit here that I've got at the moment, which is why I've tried to step up, and I've now joined the gym as much as whatever hell I can do in there. And I'm just fed up. Just had enough. Sick of money, or lack of. I'm sick of corporate. I'm sick of like just bullshit. I think this ain't what you like joining these kind of videos for, or maybe it is, because I suppose the only thing is you're seeing the journey for how it really is, to be honest. I'm just not feeling sorry, so energetic and confident in myself as I was. I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel bloated again and just really fucking fat and horrible, whereas I was feeling quite confident about myself, and I don't even know why. I haven't even really done anything for that to happen. I think, you know, and this will be the same as what anyone who's dealt with pain for a long time, longer than I've ever had, that will tell you, it's just, pain is just tiring, and I really get irritable and nasty at times, and miserable and moody, and it's because I'm just tired of pain, and things just not go. I mean, my patch on my leg is coming back again. What can I do about that? My shoulders are back again. Just had enough. Everything's wet, everything's rain and fucking miserable, and I don't know how many times or different ways I can just say that I've just had enough. Just pissed off. But anyways, let's see how I've done this week. Well, even if I've lost, you know, I'm chasing shadows. I'm trying to lose what I've already put on. So, oh well, let's see how I've done. Alright folks, right, week 32. Getting into the 30s now, this is amazing. So we need to find out how we did today. Right, fingers crossed, better than last week. Can't be any worse, can it? Fuck!
2 hours later.
No need. Oh. Right folks, so that was how I did. God knows what it was, but there we go, it is what it is. I hope, I mean, yeah, I'm just hoping that you guys are getting on all right. How do you guys deal with blips or massive blips really? And how can I stay motivated? Because at the moment I'm just pissed off, absolutely pissed off. Anyways, keep on as you are. I shall keep on. I suppose that's all I can do. And I will see you again soon. Hopefully things will bloody change. Would be nice. Anyway, take care. Off for a walk. Bye.
Wise Mounjaro, come on in and you can see his goofy face, arthritic knee, still living life like he's 23. But no more chips and no more cheese, his boobs alone are double D's. and he sits down when he pees. Wise Mounjaro, oh wise Mounjaro. Losing weight, that's his job, so he can finally see his knob. If only he could stop shoveling food in his gob, spending hours on the bog, trying to pass another law. Wise Mounjaro, oh wise Mounjaro. Subscribe to him now, it'll mean a lot, so he can finally stop being a blob. So he can finally stop being such a big old hairy blob. Subscribe to him now, it'll mean a lot, so he can finally stop being a blob. So he can finally stop being such a big old hairy blob.